Thank you. You people are more active. Great. So yeah, so if you see in our navigation of our modules of GCP core services, so this is the one of the service like under as a part of serverless model, we have an app engine basically. So as I told you, in the GCP, we have a lot of products. So as a part of our GCP administration and about to come DevOps modeling, we have a scope of and set of modules. So module wise, I am covering, as a sequencing sequence, I'm coming like sequence wise, because if I took, randomly or different areas, it might be not understanding you. But so that is why I have taken compute module, then we have successfully done. Of course, still we have a Kubernetes. I will come up there. And now we entered into serverless. So first of all, we would like to discuss what is serverless computing. So how we can deploy our applications into infrastructure like cluster environment, server environment, and all XY, a lot of things we need to learn. Then we can have a session today like a version control system also. So today is very most important. So let's one by one, not at a time, one by one. So first of all, the main service is App Engine. In GCP, we are calling as the App Engine. This is coming under part of serverless. Interview wise also most important, it is serverless. So basically, the term serverless is looking as there is no server, but inside logically servers are there. Okay, for your understanding. The serverless anangani without server మనం applications ని ఎలా deploy చేస్తామని అనుకోవచ్చు మీరు, but no, serverless means logically the servers are there, but how, where, when, why, all things we can have a discussion today. So before that, what is App Engine means? Let's say in our organizations we have a projects, right? What is projects? Obviously, customer is having some projects, means it could be applications, it could be websites. Let's say taking an example like Flipkart is application, right? Sorry, so just bear with my handwriting. Okay, I'm just typing with my mouse. So this is the Flipkart, this is the application, right? And let's say can someone give some website name? Okay, Geo is having application and website as well, which is hosting in the internet, are being used by users like us. And ICICI banking, anything, I'm just taking an examples only. Okay, so this is banking websites. And let me say one retail domain. What is retail domain? Okay, telecom domain I can say. So we have Airtel, which is the telecom domain. So different areas across the global, we have many customers, right? We have many lot of vendors, customers, like in different areas: banking domain, retail domain, logistic domain, what I can say, health domains, like we have a lot of health domains as well, right? So those wise customers are using the applications. They could be using the applications, they could be hosting the websites as well. But everything, how it is happening, end of the day, they have to host their websites or applications for the users in the infrastructure only. End of the day, anything without infrastructure, how they can maintain the all kind of XYZ information like storages, data, how they can maintain it, how the website is maintaining. So everything is the dependency on infrastructure only. It doesn't matter what is the infrastructure vendor. It could be GCP, it could be any third-party vendors also, right? In our case, we are maintaining the Google infrastructure here. So in this case, for deploying any kind of application or website, GCP is offering one of the core service like App Engine. So by using of this App Engine, we can do deployments like hosting any website or any application. So for practice purpose, we have many applications which is offered by Google. Google has given a lot of applications. I will tell you what kind of applications like Java, PHP, AngularJS, .NET, Ruby, C, C++, because many applications are developed in by using of different languages, but doesn't matter. Application a lot developed in doesn't matter. As a cloud engineer, as a GCP engineer, my work is simply I will take that application from development team and simply I can do deploy, I can host into internet. That is my simple responsibility. If I wanted to deploy, yes, of course, I need to use some service, right? As a part of that, so we have this app engine service, which is available like here. Where is my service? Oh, it's gone. Sorry. Yeah, this is the thing. Means the scenario is if I want to deploy any kind of application, so what kind of areas by using GCP services, you may ask like that. So we have an app engine, we have a cloud functions, we have a cloud run. So these three GCP is offering as a part of serverless computing in terms of deploy of our applications. So slowly, one by today, we will start by app engine. So slowly, day by day, we can do using how cloud functions will work, how cloud run will work, how Kubernetes will work. So these all things step by step we can do have options. But the simple question is, in you but when I can use which type of thing, how I can design my deployment. Everybody will have the concern, right? So during that time, so yes, we have a use case here. For every service, we have a use cases basically. We have a best practices from Google actually. So let's come to the use cases basically. So those use cases, you may see I am shortcutly I'm returning here. So we have a already very well VMs concept very well, and we have a again Kubernetes still is about to discuss Kubernetes and we have a sorry, where is my pen? Okay, and we have a one more thing that is calling as a serverless. So means we have a three type of scenarios. When we can use virtual machines for deploying of our applications and websites, when we can use Kubernetes, when we can use serverless. But in the nowadays, in the recent, since 1 year, the majority of the architecture of designing by architects for this kind of a deployments for hosting our application and hosting our websites, maximum serverless and Kubernetes. Why I will explain you soon. VMs are we either calling as a VM sets or maximum they are reducing, because I will tell you what is the advantages and what is the disadvantages. As of now, I can remove Kubernetes because we don't know about what is Kubernetes, right? Still we haven't get a topic in common time only. So I can remove this, but it will come as a part of the application deployments only. So let's come talking about these two. VMs already very well what is the VM, what is the role of the XYZ. But serverless computing means what happened. Let's say customer wants to implement their application using Java, just an example, or C Sharp, or Ruby. We have in many languages, right? Customer just developed some kind of application. So then they came to GCP environment, GCP kind of infrastructure. Then how we can take in care it about this application, how they can move into a GCP infrastructure. So let's say as an engineer, I have these two options. Then how I can take it forward? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? So these things we need to explain to the customer basically. Of course, we have a cloud architects. Still, as a cloud engineer, you have to give proper solution, which is the best according to customer requirement, including the cost requirement also. Cost కూడా మనము మైండ్ లో పెట్టుకోవాలి. సో మనం సొల్యూషన్ ఇస్తున్నాం కదా అని కాస్ట్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటే కస్టమర్ కి జస్టిఫికేషన్ ఉండదు. So we need to think about the cost as well as we need to think about the solution. Your design should be very careful in terms of cost, in terms of performance. During that time, then I can go with the VM sets. Yeah, it will give very good actually. But what are the disadvantages? Here, every virtual machine, we have to install operating system. We have to install software. In my case, it could be Java and all dependencies, and some XYZ. Means if I want to deploy my application, I have a lot of dependencies here in virtual machine. Let's say I need to create 4 clusters. My customer want to create 4 clusters. So simply I can take 4 virtual machine. In this case, each virtual machine, I need to deploy my OS operating system. I need to deploy my software. I need to deploy my XYZ. Then I can ready it. Everything is perfect. Then simply I can deploy my application. Make them perfect. But what is the drawback? 4 operating systems I need to deploy. 4 softwares I need to deploy. into each virtual machine. And these VMs are dedicatedly only for this project or this particular project. So we cannot share it. We cannot do any kind of, sorry, we cannot use any kind of resources of these VMs, which is purely belongs to Java CPU CVB projects. But so once it is created the infrastructure, it is only dedicated for that project. And if you want to scale up, what is scale up? If let's say my traffic already Japan last class, if it is my traffic is overloaded, then I need to add one more virtual machine. Again, I have to install these all those things, right? Yeah, we can do in very short time, but still it's a additional work. So to avoiding or to prevent such a kind of a situations, serverless is come to the picture. And also for development, also for developers also, it's a bit hectic because they developed their particular application some different version. Let's say they have developed Java version in 1.8 version. So by mistakenly, what cloud engineering team has done in the 4 virtual machines, 1, 2, 3, and 4. First 2 virtual machines having the JDK version 1.8. By mistakenly, third virtual machines having 1.6 version. By mistakenly or by human mistakes, the 4th virtual machines contains 1.2, I guess. It's a very low old version. Okay. What happened? First 1 to virtual machine application will do proper deployment. When it is deploying into third virtual machine, what happened? Can anybody guess? Just guess it. Even the right or wrong, forget about it. First 2 virtual machine, because the JDK version is 1.8. In the third virtual machines, by mistake, they deployed 1.6 version of Java. But development team is given 1.8 application development for me. When I am deploying this thing, what happened? This is lower version, this is higher version. It will mismatch, right? So this is higher version, which application has been developed for the application. But in my third virtual machine, I am using 1.6. So deployment failed, right? Deployment definitely failed. Again, we have to fix, again, we have to upgrade 1.8, then only my deployment will success. So in the fix again, we have to spend for 4 to 5 hours time in the productions. So in the productions, we have a very less times, right? So to avoid such a kind of a prevent such a kind of a situations, this serverless computing is come to the picture and matter. So these serverless kind of a app engines will provide simple build and deploy. We are calling as a simple build and deploy. That means simply application development team will bring their applications by using of app engine, whatever we are talking about, by using of app engine, simply they can deploy the code in the very simple manner. Doesn't matter what version they are taking, doesn't matter how many machines we have to scale up. Let's say as of now traffic is 1 million, sorry, 1 million transactions. I need four servers, but suddenly the transaction is happening 1.5 millions. Automatically this serverless is offering, by using of app engine, automatically it will scale up to 6 servers without manual intervention. I will show you how we can set up and all of the infrastructure when we are doing the lab here, but you have to understand the concept here. So developer, no need to bother about that whether my infrastructure is ready or not, because based on the application, automatically serverless computing will provide you infrastructure and all those things. Whatever dependencies, okay, Java 1.8, okay, I will take care of it. Doesn't matter. Even though you forget also, doesn't matter, they will take care about it. So how the serverless will app engine will take care of it, when we are doing the lab, you can try to we can easily understanding and all those stuff. Okay, so that kind of things we have an advantage in serverless also, but here also we have some small kind of a disadvantages, not much like VMs. We have some kind of a small, small disadvantages. Like what are those? Then why Kubernetes is come to the picture, we can have a discuss. So here, before going to disadvantages of this app engine and going to with advantage of Kubernetes, I would like to close. So in previous days, VM sets are being used in the GCP for many projects because of the cost and all those stuff. But nowadays, VMs are also very cost, right? Because 4 virtual machines, again, they have to pay. And additionally adding as a part of scale up also, we have to pay. So, right. So then majority of the projects are moving into serverless by using of App Engine, Cloud Run and all those stuff. Then from here also, majority of the projects are moving into Kubernetes infrastructure. Why? Again, same cost only. Let me explain you what are the advantages. So now come to disadvantages of serverless. Not much, but bit. These serverless, when you are using App Engine, after we have one more tool also, like here, if you see here, not only App Engine, we have 3 actually as a part of serverless. Okay. So now we are context about App Engine. That's why I'm taking App Engine now. So these things, what happening? Let's say I have deployed one project successfully. Everything is perfect along with all versions and with the 4 servers. Okay, so automatically scale up is happening. Automatically zero scale up also happening. What is zero scale up? If business is not there, it will come to 0. If business is there, automatically it will increase the servers like 1, 2, 3, 4 depending on your traffic. రైట్ ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది మండే డే టైంలో 10 to 5 ట్రాఫిక్ అనేది చాలా హైగా ఉంటుంది బిజినెస్ పరంగా సో దట్ టైం వీ నీడ్ హ్యావ్ ఏ ఆటో స్కేల్ అప్ వన్స్ బిజినెస్ is closed like evening like 5 p.m 8 p.m I'm talking about not 24/7 business. I'm talking about a particular time of business అన్నమాట సో ఆటోమేటికల్లీ నైట్ మొత్తం బిజినెస్ ఉండదు బిజినెస్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ జరగవు సో ఆటోమేటికల్లీ these 4 servers will come down to 0 where we can save the cost because night and per hour కింద చార్జ్ చేస్తారు కదా క్లౌడ్ లో మనకి సో those kind of a cost we can save it so this kind of a cost saving is most important guys మనకు కనిపించవు కానీ ప్రొడక్షన్ లో యూజ్ చేసే సర్వర్స్ చాలా సఫిస్టికేటెడ్ గా ఉంటాయి సో దే విల్ చార్జ్ a lot అన్నమాట ఈవెన్ దో 1 hour saving time also it's a huge amount for the customer so that kind of things yes we are promoting and all those stuff but still what happened let's say I have P1 project already I have P2 project my customer is telling I want to use these 2 projects with the same cluster that is customer requirement why again cost saving let's say I have one room guys simple example I have one room so daytime lo okaru stay avutaru night time lo okaru stay avutaru so rent is common right the simple example like that anamata so I have 2 projects I don't want to create P2 for another cluster I don't want to I mean whatever I am using for P1 similarly I need to be share it that is my customer requirement how we can do yes in App Engine or server we cannot do it because whatever you have provided the infrastructure like operating system type on top of that you have an application on top of that you have a server simply means this operating system only belongs to that particular project whatever you have been deployed that's it I cannot give like P2 project to deploy in this we don't have an offer in this here in this context Kubernetes is come to the picture సో అంత డిసడ్వాంటేజ్ నుంచి అంత ఈ టాపిక్స్ వచ్చాయి మనకి జీసీపీ వాడు ఎలా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేశాడంటే వాట్ ఎవర్ ద డిసడ్వాంటేజెస్ ఆర్ ద ఇన్ ద ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ థింగ్స్ సో స్లోలీ దే కేమ్ అప్ out of that then they started this kind of a sophisticated services anamata like Kubernetes kanivandi serverless kanivandi then what happened then Kubernetes is come to the picture this is most important Kubernetes నేను ఇంకా ఒక 2 days తర్వాత చెప్తాను మీకు Kubernetes అనేది so what are the Kubernetes how Kubernetes offering means shit KB few people are calling like a K8 also shortcut అంటారు దీన్ని okay so KS or K8 లా కాల్ చేస్తారు K8 కూడా shortcut for Kubernetes అంటారు okay so how Kubernetes offering they have only one operating system you can install n number of applications let's say this is P1 project this is P2 project this is P3 project and so on based on your infrastructure I can put many applications on a single Kubernetes cluster for here deep గా నేను K8 క్లాస్ చెప్పినప్పుడు చెప్తాను బట్ జస్ట్ రఫ్ గా ఈ సర్వర్లెస్ లో టాపిక్స్ మీరు డిఫరెన్షియేట్స్ తెలుసుకోవాలి సో P1 I can install Java project P2 I can install AngularJS project P3 I can deploy deploy P3 I can deploy C# product, different way. Customers product different one. Here I can some XYZ, some XYZ. Means infrastructure is same. Using of utilization is unit wise. Unit wise means pieces అన్నమాట. ఒక ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ని పీసెస్ లాగా ఒక యూనిట్స్ లాగా వాడచ్చు దీంట్లో క్యూబర్నెటిక్స్ లో. దట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ బ్యూటీ హ్యాస్ బీన్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ బై క్యూబర్నెటిక్స్ ఫ్రమ్ గూగుల్ అన్నమాట. అసలు క్యూబర్నెటిక్స్ ఇస్ ఎ జనరల్ టర్మ్ బట్ కనిపెట్టిందే గూగుల్ 2003లో. If anybody forget, 2003లో Kubernetes is introduced by across the world, introduced by Google. So after 10 years, I think so 2010, yeah, if I remember correctly, in 2010 Google has published Kubernetes as an open source. Okay, in 2010, after 8 years, we'll implement చేసిన Kubernetes టాపిక్ ఆర్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీని ఓపెన్ సోర్స్ గా పబ్లిక్ ఇచ్చారు. ఐ మీన్ మార్కెట్ లో ఫ్రీగా ఇచ్చేసారు. దెన్ ఈ క్యూబర్నెటిక్స్ ని మెనీ వెండర్స్ ఆర్ యూజింగ్ నవేడేస్, లైక్ అజూర్, లైక్ AWS, లైక్ ఒరాకిల్. నాకు తెలిసిన ఈ మూడేనండి మాక్సిమం, బట్ స్టిల్ మెజారిటీ ఆఫ్ ది వెండర్స్ ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఇన్ ద మార్కెట్ నౌ. మీన్స్ Azure Kubernetes, they are calling as their own names. AKS, Azure లో అయితే AKS అంటాం, Azure Kubernetes Service. AWS అయితే వాళ్ళు ఒక పేరు ఇచ్చారు, and Oracle అయితే Oracle Kubernetes, like that. So whatever they have introduced this thing is it's open source. Then this open source concept adopted by different vendors, means they purchase the license and all those stuff for enterprise application. Then they have created their own Kubernetes kind of a infrastructure anamata. So in this concept we have a GCP. So the beauty of this thing is like this. So, and here we have two things in Kubernetes. Why Kubernetes is more costless means we have two things. Kubernetes contains two services, master node and worker node. I will explain you what those are in the Kubernetes class. So master node is free in the GCP. Master node is free, means whatever infrastructure is giving by Google, it is free of cost, but it's kind of a rent. Whatever using by customer, నేను ఏం చేస్తాను, ఫర్ P1 ప్రోడక్ట్ కి ఒక 2 సర్వర్స్ వాడాను, P2 కి ఒక 4 సర్వర్స్ వాడాను. వాట్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ యూటిలైజింగ్ ద రిసోర్సెస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద వర్కింగ్ నోడ్, దీన్ని పాడ్స్ అంటాం మనం. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ యూజింగ్ ద రిసోర్సెస్ లైక్ పాడ్స్ వైస్ ఫర్ మెనీ అప్లికేషన్, దే విల్ చార్జ్ యూ per hour, per month, minute wise, sorry, per hour, per day, per month, they will charge you. But master node means infrastructure is completely free. Just like it's kind of a rooms, hotels untai kada, rooms already there. Per day, if you want to stay here, you want to pay for 1 day. Inside the infrastructure is common, like room, facilities, cot and bed and everything is a free of cost. But for 1 day, they are charging like that. So like here, master means infrastructure is no need to bother about by customer, already it is there. But if you want to use my infrastructure, you have to pay as a rent wise. That is the beauty. So that kind of a beauty, and it's very robust. It's very robust, and we have a lot of concepts like auto scaling and triggering, alerting, a lot of things we have. So I will explain in the Kubernetes class. So these three ways we have options available in the GCP as a part of serverless and as a part of a compute engines as well. So according to your scenarios, so we need to use it. So all come to the picture based on the budget concern, cost wise. So if your project and your company is very small, people will go with the virtual machines. If your project is bigger, like if let's say I have only 10 projects I have a very small business, I have only 10 projects. For 10 projects I don't want to go Kubernetes, right? It's a kind of a big infrastructure. I don't want to take this service. Of course, charges will also be high as well. So if I have 1,000 applications, definitely I will go with the Kubernetes. Why? I can share my infrastructure for 1,000 by 10 means 100 applications. I can deploy into one layer of my Kubernetes, then simply I can manage. But if I have 10 applications, I don't want to go that kind of a big services, right? Let's say if I'm an average person, monthly I'm getting 50K, I don't want to go 5-star hotel, right? I can manage in the middle class hotel, right? But I am a VIP or CEO of one of the company, I can go for the 5-star hotel, right? Of course, the treatment is also like based on your how is the things. If you have big organizations, reputation wise, like we have a We have a Flipkart apps, we have a many apps that they're the very reputed companies. They should use sophisticated tools, because 1 second performance also, for 1 second performance gani one user loss aina gani, because of application performance poorness valla, they will lose very huge amount of data, right? For small companies, they have very less business and very simple business. Even though they lost small things also doesn't matter. If they're putting 10 rupees, it is coming 100 rupees also, they are fine, right? If they're putting 1 cr or 2 cr, if the business is going down, means customer will unsatisfied. On top of that, reputation, because nowadays business is very competitive, like Amazon gone one day, a lot of things we have, right? Our competitors are there, so their infrastructure is not good, infrastructure is not performance well, then the competition will come to the picture rather than the cost. So that kind of a scenarios, based on the scenarios, we need to use the all services based on your projects. So if it is a less projects, we can go with the VMs. If we have average projects, we can go with the serverless. If we have a very high applications, high critical applications like healthcare applications, banking applications, definitely we have to go with the Kubernetes, because those applications are very critical. Means 1 second 1 minute servers performance పోయినా కానీ lack of data, lack of transactions ఆగిపోతాయి, బిజినెస్ అనేది ఇంపాక్టింగ్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు హెల్త్ కేర్ డొమైన్ ఉంది, దట్ ఇస్ 24/7, బ్యాంకింగ్ ఉంది 24/7, right? It's not like just 8 hours business in a day. No, it's not like that. And applications ఉన్నాయి like Amazon, Flipkart, and a lot of things are there. Every user is using from day to day, 24 hours ఎవరో ఒకరు యూజ్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు across the global level, not only in the country level, right? So that kind of things, always our infrastructure would be very faster by 24/7 across 365 days in a year. So that kind of all scenarios, this particular app engines or VMs or and Kubernetes will come to the picture. So today we were talking about go with the how we can take one application, what are the things are there, what are the prerequisites. If I want to use app engine inside my serverless, we can go step by step here. So for here, if you go your console here, if I want to deploy one particular application, so let's go one by one here. So this is my application, get started here. So this is my app engine here, but in this scenario I would like to take new project, guys. Okay, because this is application part, I would like to segregate. If I deploy inside this thing, it's not at all a problem. You can deploy any project, but for lab purpose, I'm taking new here. So create one new project, use some application deployment. Sorry, for segregating, I'm getting new project here. You know very well, I'm not able to get organization. Why? Because my subscription is free trial. The day first I told you, subscription free trial subscription will not be create the organization. But మీరు enterprise application వాడేటప్పుడు in your projects, you might have the organization. Okay, this is the only one thing you can see some differences. Just create it. So my project is about to create here. So let's go to my projects first. So just go to there and select my application. So this is my project I just have created for our app engine purpose. So let's go to, where is my app engine? App engine. Okay, this is my dashboard of app engine. Very simple process, straightforward process, don't be panic. So very simple process it is here, but you would like to discuss about what are the prerequisites and all those if I want to use app engine. So the prerequisites are, first of all, you have to create one service account. I will tell you what is service account. Then we have to enable some app engine service enable. By default it is disabled, but you have to enable. Sorry, it's the engine, it has to be enabled. And this service account holder having a standard role. Since this is the application engine, app engine, then I have to give app engine admin role. These are the mandatory, guys. This is the prerequisites. Once it is done, then only you can able to deploy any kind of application. Doesn't matter, Java, Ruby, or CCP, whatever you can do deploy. Let's go and do prerequisites. So just create application here. And if you create an application, select a region for your app engine application. Please remember, once selected, the region is permanently tied up this project. So I don't want to talk about what is region and what is zones, because we have discussed it many times. I don't want to go what is region and what is zone. Whatever it is showing here, it's all about regions and zones. What is region? Anybody? What is region?
Graphical representation. Geographical representation.
Yeah, geographical representation. What is zone?
Regions. Okay.
Yeah, a set of data centers calling as a zone. Let's say I have US West, US East, US. We have in US America, we have 4 physical data centers for particular region. Those 4 data centers calling as a zone actually, right? So like that matter. So okay, I'm just recapping that. So here I'm just taking a small application. This is so I'm taking just US Central here. If you see here, it is asking identity and API access. Select a service account. First of all, I will explain you what is service account. Okay. So service account is also a kind of మనం users ని create చేసాం కదా నిన్న మొన్న IIM లో. Service account itself as a kind of a email account creation in order to secure or authorize for deploying the application, any application. ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో ఒక అప్లికేషన్ డిప్లాయ్ చేస్తున్నామంటే ఇట్ షుడ్ బి సెక్యూర్ అండ్ ఆథరైజ్, రైట్? ఎవరు పడితే వాళ్ళు డిప్లాయ్ చేస్తే ఇట్స్ మీనింగ్లెస్, రైట్? ఇట్ షుడ్ బి డిప్లాయ్ ఇన్ టు my servers. The deployment should be happen towards secure and authentication. For that, I need a service account. మీరు అనుకోవచ్చు మీ యూజర్స్ నేమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా మనకి అంటే, నో, దిస్ సర్వీస్ అకౌంట్ ఈజ్ ఎ non-human means it contains username and password. It contains the user ID and authorize. It will do authorize as a part of authentication authorization, but that is a non-human. So whatever users, whatever till yesterday we have created users and groups and users kanivandi, those are the users which is belongs to humans like me, like you, and like team wise we have done, right? But this service account is a non-human kind of it. Of course it similarly behave as a email kind of thing, but it's a non-human account. Why? It has to be secure and authenticate in order to deploy of our particular application process. That is the standard process in the context of secure. Secure means ఏదైనా కానీ ఒక సర్వీస్ మనం ప్రొవైడ్ చేసినప్పుడు కస్టమర్ కి ఇట్ షుడ్ బి సెక్యూర్. ఇప్పుడు నేను గూగుల్ ఐ డోంట్ గూగుల్ నన్ను బిలీవ్ చేయాలి, సో మై రెప్యూటెడ్ వెండర్ అని మనం సెక్యూరిటీ ఇవ్వలేదు అనుకోండి, కస్టమర్ వోంట్ బిలీవ్. కస్టమర్ నీడ్ సెక్యూర్. ఇట్ డజంట్ మ్యాటర్ వాట్ ద వెండర్స్ రెప్యుటేషన్, it should be secure. So that kind of service accounts, customer they will get their own అనమాట. వాళ్ళ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఒక థర్డ్ పార్టీ వెండర్ కి అంటే గూగుల్ లోకి డిప్లాయ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు దే హ్యావ్ దేర్ ఓన్ సెక్యూర్ అనమాట. ఇన్ దట్ కాంటెక్స్ట్ సర్వీస్ అకౌంట్ విల్ కమ్ టు ద బిజినెస్. సింపుల్ గా మనం రెంట్ గా ఉంటాము, మనకు హౌస్ ఓనర్ ఒక కీ ఇస్తాడు, మనం ఒక కీ పెట్టుకుంటాం. వై? సెక్యూరిటీ. హౌస్ ఓనర్ కీ మనం తీసుకుని అదే వాడుతుంటే అది థ్రెట్ ఉంటుంది, దాన్ని వేరే వాళ్ళు కూడా యాక్సెస్ చేయడానికి పాసిబిలిటీ ఉంటుంది, రైట్? ద సిమిలర్ వే ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ అవర్ ఓన్ కీ, then that is my own key, right? Whatever I have with key with me, I means customer only can access that. That is simple funda. So that kind of things, if I want to access if I want to deploy any kind of application, these service accounts will play a very key role. So let's go and create it. So simply you can create on it here. If you click on it here, new service account. Since this is a fresh project, I don't have any kind of existing service accounts. Let's say I will create one service account. So account name you can give anything. Deployment app means application. You can give any name. If you see here, whatever I have given, automatically the account name as acting as a user @application deployment some xyz. So these service account we dedicatedly secure your deployments and all those stuff. In the live projects, you might have enterprise application, so they do have a dedicated domains and all those stuff, right? I should also discuss it right there. So by using of this dedicated customers domain level kind of things, we can create secure service account, then they can deploy their respective applications in the cluster here. So service account description is an optional field. You can give some my own service account. So create and continue. And the next thing is, okay, customer is created one service account. Okay, what kind of role this non-human service account is needed? Of course it has to be deployed, right? So simply I can take app engine admin, because my context is I need to deploy one application. So I need to give this kind of a role is, what is role, you know very well, and till yesterday we have done a lot of things. So just click on it. So in interview, what happened? If I want to deploy my customer's application, what kind of role cloud engineer is supposed to be have? They will ask like that, dedicatedly, not kind of because admin and owner access, everyone do not have that kind of access, right? So they will typically tell you, I need to deploy only app engines. So I need to deploy my application using by app engine. So that kind of particular context, what kind of role is supposed to be give to the particular user as a cloud engineer, they will ask like that. So it should be as a app service engine admin basically. So this is the optional. I don't want to go this service account already is user having. I don't want to go there because already random it's taken. So just create on done. So once it's done, if you see here, this is my non-human email ID. If you see here, it's also email ID only, but it's a non-human, which is automatically created by, in my case, I'm using, G services here. That's why it came here. If I'm using customer's domain, like customer domains and example, well, companies.com allow. So they might have their own enterprise applications that they can create their own non-human kind of users. Okay. So once it's done, then you can start your application on Mata. So once it is done, where is my thing? Just refresh it here. Where is my application? Still it's not, yeah, it's came now. Okay. Earlier it was not there. Now it's came it here. Just click on here. Just simple one application we are about to create. So in the bell notification, still the process is in progress. As per my knowledge and experience, it will take around 90 seconds, but still let's see. It depends on my US central data center. Okay, it's done. US central data center. Okay. So based on your deployment center, it depends on, it will take some time. Okay. So here we are going with some new topic again. Why? Because let's say, what application do you want to deploy? What kind of application do you want to deploy? If you click on this, I have a Python, Node, Java, Go, PHP, Ruby. Forget about that. These applications, mana work kaadu. This మనకు application ఇస్తుంది మనకి. In the free trial version, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by default offering by GCP. If you click on any other project, you can click on other as well. Let's say, of course, real-time projects లో మనకి different applications, not only these 7, right? Across, global level, we have multiple level application. So in this context, let me say one known application like Java. So as per standard and flexible, we have standard means whatever GCP is offering, it is showing here. If you want to flexible, what is flexible according to your thing, right? So then I have to go with the others, because according to my flexible, I will take the environment. Let's say for me, I have some Oracle products, I have some Oracle applications. Then Oracle is not available here, right? Obviously I will go with the others. But first of all, we'll do first small thing like existing standard kind of environment, then we can go with the flexible. So let's take Java here, which is a standard environment here. Yeah, from now onwards, how we can get the project here, Java related project, how we can get it. For this concept, you people have to learn the new topic, not new topic. Anybody know version control system? Anybody knows version control systems? Anybody hear that? VCS shortcut. Why? Because if you see here, not only this part, any project, you have to link with your GitHub here. But many people doesn't know what is GitHub. I will explain you now. Because without explaining GitHub and VCS, I cannot deploy my application. ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ అందులో యూజ్ చేసే కమాండ్స్ మీకు అర్థం కావు, ఆ టాపిక్ అర్థం కాకపోతే. So let's go to topic about GitHub. GitHub is completely related, a completely third-party tool, guys. Okay, it's not belongs to Google. So GitHub is the third party tool where we can part of VCS. VCS means version control system. What is it? I will tell you soon. Version control system. What is version control systems means? I was keep on telling you will get a application from the developers, right? So ఈ developers అనేవాళ్ళు వాళ్ళ యొక్క application code ni whatever they have developed by any languages, Java, .NET, XYZ, I don't care, whatever they have developed, I don't care. Simply వాళ్ళ యొక్క application code ni customer యొక్క centralized repository లో పెట్టాలా. Centralized for next 10 minutes I will explain in Telugu only because maybe some technical words would be different ga untayi. Okay, your internet connection is unstable. Can you hear me my voice? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Because I could see
Yes,
some
Shankar.
yeah, because I could see some statement like my internet connection is unstable, so that's why. Yeah, for next 5 to 10 minutes I will explain in Telugu only because it's a bit complicated topic, that's why. Okay, so developers అనేవాళ్ళు మన క్లౌడ్ ఇంజనీర్స్ కి అప్లికేషన్ కోడ్ ని కస్టమర్ యొక్క సెంట్రల్ రిపోజిటరీలో ఫస్ట్ వాళ్ళు పెట్టాలి. దాన్ని చెక్ ఇన్ అంటాం, మనం చెక్ ఇన్ అంటాం దాన్ని. అప్లికేషన్ కోడ్ ని కస్టమర్ రిపోజిటరీలో పెట్టాక అక్కడి నుంచి మనం కోడ్ తీసుకొని డిప్లాయ్ చేస్తాం, సింపుల్ చెప్పాలంటే. బట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ది సెంట్రలైజ్డ్ రిపోజిటరీ? యూ షుడ్ నో, రైట్? అక్కడ ఈ విసిఎస్ అనేది పిక్చర్ లోకి వస్తుంది, వర్షన్ కంట్రోలింగ్ సిస్టమ్. ఈ విసిఎస్ పార్ట్ లోనే గిట్ హబ్ అంటాం దాన్ని. ఆ గిట్ హబ్బే వాడు మనకు గూగుల్ వాడు ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చాడు. ఇఫ్ యూ సీ హియర్, జస్ట్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ దిస్ థింగ్, సింప్లీ యూ కెన్ సీ దిస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రిపోజిటరీస్. ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ యూ. దిస్ ఇస్ గిట్ హబ్ అండి. గిట్ హబ్ ఇలా ఉంటుంది. మీకు దీనిలో సైన్ అప్ ఎలా చేయాలి, యూజర్ నేమ్ అండ్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఎలా ఇవ్వాలి, ఐ విల్ షో యూ టుడే. దిస్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఎందుకంటే ఫ్రమ్ టుడే ఆర్ టుమారో ఆన్వర్డ్స్ ఈ గిట్ హబ్ లేదే మనం ఏ ఆపరేషన్ చేయలేం, ఏ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ చేయలేం. Okay, any project or any kind of automation, any kind of a thing, without GitHub we cannot do anything, because this is a one kind of a centralized location. సెంట్రలైజ్డ్ లొకేషన్ మీన్స్ ఇప్పుడు నేను డెవలపర్ అండి, నేను డెవలపర్ కోడ్ని ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేశాను జావాలో. నా లోకల్లో పెట్టుకుంటే అది ఏమైనా యూజ్ అవుతుందా కస్టమర్కి? ఆర్ కస్టమర్ యొక్క అప్లికేషన్లో పెట్టిన కస్టమర్ యొక్క ల్యాప్టాప్లో ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తే వర్కౌట్ అవుతుందా? అది తీసుకెళ్ళి కస్టమర్ యొక్క సెంట్రలైజ్డ్ లొకేషన్లో పెడితే, సెంట్రలైజ్డ్ లొకేషన్ మీన్స్ ఇట్స్ ఎ కామన్ ఏరియా వేర్ డెవలప్మెంట్ కోడ్ పెట్టుకోవడానికి. ఎందుకంటే వాడు అప్లికేషన్ డెవలప్ చేశాక అది హోస్ట్ చేయాలి కదా, సమ్వేర్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు పుట్. అక్కడ పెట్టాక అది వాలిడేషన్ జరిగాక దాన్ని డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ చేసుకుంటాం మనం, రైట్? దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాసెస్. సో ఓన్లీ లోకల్లో పెట్టుకుంటే మనకు అవ్వదు కదా. సో ఆ సెంట్రలైజ్లో పెట్టుకోవడానికే మనకు వర్షన్ కంట్రోల్ సిస్టమ్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ వచ్చింది. దాంట్లో గిట్ హబ్ అనేది ఒక థర్డ్ పార్టీ వెండర్. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ ఎనీబడి ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్, యూ కెన్ సర్చ్ ఇన్ ద గూగుల్ what happened? Yeah, so GitHub Wikipedia, you can just go through this. Just if you want anybody interested who has the owner who has created this, you can simply go there and you can check it here. Okay, GitHub ఎప్పుడు క్రియేట్ అయింది, ఎప్పుడు అది మార్కెట్లోకి వచ్చింది, ఓపెన్ సోర్స్ ఎలా అయింది, సో ఎవ్రీథింగ్ if you have any idea you can simply go to this. Is a third party tool, okay, not by GCP, sorry, not by Google. So బట్ స్టిల్ వర్షన్ కంట్రోల్ సిస్టమ్స్ లో మనకు చాలా టూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, not only GitHub, guys. Similar kind of application, we have a Bitbucket also. We have a Bitbucket and we have a SVN, and we have one more thing I forget. These are 3 reputed VCNs. So but Google is, I don't know why they have using only GitHub. Maybe వాళ్ళతో tie-up అయి ఉండొచ్చు, maybe, I'm not sure. But all GCP kind of a practicals, their respective code, application codes కానివ్వండి, any kind of a documentation they have put in, they are using GitHub only. So better forget about this Bitbucket and SVN, but just ఒక ఐడియా పెట్టుకోండి. ఇంటర్వ్యూలో ఏమడుతారంటే what kind of VCS you have been experienced across your career అంటాడు వాడు. So I'm very much good with the GitHub అని చెప్పండి. I will explain you GitHub లో కమాండ్స్ ఏంటి, GitHub ఎలా పనిచేస్తుంది, కోడ్ ని ఎలా పుష్ చేస్తాం, కోడ్ ని ఎలా చెకింగ్ చేస్తాం, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ I will explain you. So after learning by practical, definitely you are very good with the GitHub as well. Then come to the picture. Yeah, so now come to the picture. So now once GitHub anedi, it's a centralized repository. We are calling as a CP. This is a centralized repository, CR, centralized repository. ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తామంటే many application developers, not only one, ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ చాలా మంది ఉంటారు కదా, they will keep on checking the code by application development team. బట్ మనకు వాళ్ళు ఏం కోడ్ చేసినా కూడా అనవసరం మనకి. మన పని ఏంటి యాజ్ ఎ క్లౌడ్ ఇంజనీర్? ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ I need to pull the code. Of course, we have a standard commands using GitHub. We need to pull the code. Then I need to take that. I need to deploy. I need to host the application. So this part I need to take care of a bit. So for this pulling and pull or push, whatever. అంటే పుల్ అంటే తీసుకోవడం అండి సెంట్రల్ రిపోజిటరీ నుంచి, పుష్ అంటే మన లోకల్ నుంచి ఇక్కడ ఇవ్వడం అనమాట, సెంట్రల్ రిపోజిటరీలోకి కోడ్ని పుష్ చేయడం. సో ఫర్ దిస్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఇన్స్టాల్ ఇన్ యువర్ మెషిన్ గిట్ హబ్ అండి. ఓకే, సో గిట్ అనే ఒక టూల్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఎనీబడి, సో గిట్ బ్యాష్ అనే ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఉంటుంది. So I will give the link it here. If you see here, git bash download for Windows 10. My operating system is a Windows 10. If anybody are using Windows 7, you can give Windows 7. Anybody are using Linux, yeah, you can take the respective things for this git bash and not. So click on Windows here. Yeah, once it is there, my operating system is belongs to 64-bit. So I can click on this. Once I click on this, the respective software will download in your computer and not. Okay, so let me wait for 1 minute. It is downloading now. Because without explaining this VCN, if I go and run those commands, meeku clumsy ga untundi topic. Andike nenu application deployment kasepu aapanu. Okay, so this is my software. If you see here, go to download, whatever it is downloaded. Just once it is downloaded, we'll just double click cheyandi, very straightforward installation, nothing much complicated. So it will ask you yes or no. If you see here, it will come like this, very user friendly installation. So already I have in my laptop, but most probably it will overwrite, or it will tell you already software is there in your laptop. Let's see what things will happen. So it's a one-time setup, guys. మీరు ఒకసారి సెటప్ చేసుకుంటే across your training session it will useful to you. So please make sure install this software and download this software and try to install it. Yeah, so let's think this, launch your git bash. Once it is done, your git bash would be like this. In case అలా రాకపోతే మీ search button లోకి వెళ్ళండి, according to your operating system, just go there, just click git bash. So I can go there. So this is the how you have to access your git bash tool as a part of the version control systems. But what is the use of that? I am telling about my application code is available already in the centralized repository. In my case, this is the thing. This is my centralized repository. How it came? When I click on this visit GitHub, automatically this thing is just అంటే గూగుల్ మనకి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కోడ్ ఇచ్చాడు అంతే, అంటే మన డెవలపర్స్ కాదు కదా. సో ఫర్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్ పర్పసెస్ గూగుల్ హ్యాస్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ this kind of a samples అన్నమాట. So this is my centralized repository. As a cloud engineer, what I have to do? I have taken Java, right? So I have take this endpoint. This is calling as a endpoint, guys. Okay, so this thing I need to sign up first. So just click on sign up here, because you need to create a GitHub account as a part of maintaining or all those stuff. So just click on sign up here. Yeah, you have anyhow you have a in your email ID, get handy Gmail, maximum Gmail ఉంటుంది, right? So just I think so నాకు already ఉండే ఉంటుంది, already taken. Okay, this email already ఉంది. Let me take ఈ Gmail అకౌంట్స్ తో ప్రాబ్లం, మనకి అన్ని ఆల్రెడీ క్రియేట్ అయి ఉంటాయి నా, అందుకని ఎలా చూపించాలి. Let me take one more email ID. We are just doing registration, that's it only, with GitHub. So this is also taken. Oh my god. Of those VFMWs. Oh my god. Guys, whatever I have 3 accounts, it's already taken. I can directly log in, but I want to show you. Anybody having account? Can I share any one account? I can create it for you. Then you can directly create చేసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉండదు. So whatever I will create the password, you can change the password later if you feel like secure. Okay. Let me take Sandani's email ID. This thing, yeah. So create a password. Later you can change that. So create a password. Let me give some. Sandani, I will give the password later, 1-to-1. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Here also we have a password policies. Welcome. Passwords is in a list of passwords common on the other websites. Okay. I need to give some different name. I think so it should take, yeah, password is strong. Yeah. Username, no. Okay, I need to, this is the username, guys. Whatever is supposed to use in future for GitHub, it has to be remember. So you need to take your notepad. Just go and, would you like to receive products and updates on the email? No, otherwise we will get random emails. So for security purpose, they will play with us by using of start puzzle. Okay, pick the spiral galaxy. Okay, one done, 2. Yeah, it's done. So just click on create. Very straightforward. Just we have to follow the instructions. So Nani, you might receive the verification code. Can you please check your email, please?
Got it. It's 909
909
22
22
802
802.
2.
Okay, so welcome to GitHub. We are glad to be here. Thank you. How many members? Just me, because we're not going with any business here. So I am a student. So collaborating, continue. Just formality things. This is all things. Okay. Continue for free. Yeah, initializing your dashboard. See, once it's done, whatever we have given, the similar kind of that, whatever in that చూపించాను కదా Google or ఎట్లయితే ఇచ్చాడో, similar kind of a centralized repository is created for you by using the GitHub. If you see here, this is your username, guys. Passwords I will give it to him later on. Okay, so when you are creating, you can give your own passwords. Okay, so this is my username, this is my password. So please make sure this username and password will use for us across your lab and in future also. So if you see here, just imagine this account is belongs to customer, so they can have their own repositories here. Repository means where you can check in the codes and all those stuff. మనం ఇంకా ఏం చెక్ ఇన్ చేయలేదు ఇక్కడ. Okay, just to continue, this is the fresh dashboard for GitHub. In future మనం చాలా projects ని చెక్ ఇన్ చేస్తాము, pull చేస్తాము, lot of things we can do. Don't bother about that. Okay, so just go there. Yeah, just go to my default project here. If you see here, setup desktop, HTTPS and SSH, this is my Git repository link anamata. So just do copy. Once copy చేశాక, this is my local, right? This is my, నా వెబ్సైట్ ఇందాక ఇది మాత్రం సెంట్రలైజ్ రిపోజిటరీ, నేను నా లోకల్లోకి క్లోన్ చేసుకోవాలి, ఇప్పుడు పుల్ చేసుకోవాలి నేను నా కోడ్ని. ఐ నీడ్ టు డూ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎన్హాన్స్మెంట్ అనమాట. సో లెట్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఏ, మీరు ఒక 4 to 5 కమాండ్స్ పక్కన నేర్చుకోవాలండి. వెరీ స్మాల్ కమాండ్స్, నథింగ్ బిగ్ కమాండ్స్. ఓకే, గిట్ కమాండ్స్ అంటారు విత్ మీ, నాట్ జీసీపీ కమాండ్స్, గిట్ కమాండ్, GIT. Okay, so you have to learn across your practice, across your scope of DevOps, GCP cloud engineer. You at least minimum 5 to 6 commands మీరు learn చేయాల్సింది. I will show you soon now. The first command is git clone space the endpoint, whatever just now I created, right? Like HTTPS, GitHub, sandani-so, sandani-git, right? I need to clone it. See, if you see here, you are appearing have a clone and repository. Okay. Empty repository. Of course, I don't have anything. So LL, if you click, if you do LL, let's take, yeah, if you see here, I have created an empty repository. Let's say CD Sandani thing here. Of course, it's an empty repository. I haven't checked in any code, anything yet, right? It's a total 0. Okay. So like that, in future classes, you have to clone it. Let's move to our Google repository. Where is that? Because in this repository, in this centralized repository, already we have a samples for many. If you see here, Google is offering free applications or everything. So just go to one project, any like Java doc sample. Just go, where is that? Yeah, if you go it here, if you see here, I have an endpoint. Okay, just do copy. Just go it here, come back one step back because I was in the Sandani's repository. Now I would like to clone off my which Google is offering as a sample. Same command, good clone. I will give you all commands, don't bother about that in the documentation. So you can make interview question. If you want to clone any kind of a project, any customer's project, how you can clone by using of git under. So you have to simply say by using of git clone command, I can download of my customer's project. So if you see here, it is cloning all Java doc samples. It is cloning into your local. So from centralized repository nunchi code మీ local లోకి pull అవుతుంది ఇప్పుడు. So రేపు మీ projects తో వర్క్ చేసేటప్పుడు you have to pull your customer's project like this way by using of GitHub commands. So still is downloading, maybe big project that is. 20% is completed. Now it's a bit fast. I think so it's almost done. Yeah. So LL is the list out command. Where is, yeah, if you see here, I could see Java sample, something like folder. Okay, this is my repository name. If you do LL here, if you see how many projects are there, whatever the projects are here, the same projects are available here, right? It is centralized repository. Once I clone it, nenu na local lo peteskunnanu, right? This is my local. సో సి సమ్ ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఏంటి దేంట్లో ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసారో మనకు సంబంధం లేదు. జస్ట్ ఒక అప్లికేషన్ మనకు ఒక కోడ్ ఇచ్చారు. సో నౌ ఆన్వర్డ్స్ దీన్ని మనం డిప్లాయ్ ఎలా చేయాలి, ఎందుకు డిప్లాయ్ చేస్తాం? కస్టమర్ యొక్క వెబ్సైట్ ని హోస్ట్ చేయడానికి ఆర్ కస్టమర్ యొక్క అప్లికేషన్ ని డిప్లాయ్ చేసి వాళ్ళ బిజినెస్ కన్సోల్ ని ఓపెన్ చేసి వాళ్ళ బిజినెస్ స్టార్ట్ చేసుకుంటారు. That kind of way we have to do deployments kind of things and all those stuff. So by tomorrow I need to kick off here because I don't want to go much more. మీకు మళ్ళా కొద్దిగా క్లమ్జీగా ఉంటుంది. సో ఐ నీడ్ టు స్టాప్ ఇట్ హియర్. సో బై టుమారో ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ జస్ట్ 4 or 5 స్మాల్ కమాండ్స్, దెన్ వీ కెన్ టేక్ వన్ అప్లికేషన్, దెన్ యాప్ ఇంజిన్ డిప్లాయ్ చేసి సర్వర్లోకి ఎట్లా హోస్ట్ చేస్తామో టుమారో. వెరీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్, అఫ్ కోర్స్ డైలీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ టాపిక్స్ ఓన్లీ, బట్ టుమారో యూ కెన్ సీ వన్ లైవ్ అప్లికేషన్ యూ కెన్ సీ. ఓకే గాయ్స్, సో డోంట్ బాదర్. గిట్ అనేది జస్ట్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ డెవాప్స్ టూల్స్. గిట్ అనేది కామన్. సో జస్ట్ 5 to 6 కమాండ్స్, దట్స్ ఇట్. సింపుల్ కమాండ్. ఇప్పుడు గిట్ క్లోన్ చెప్పాను కదా, ఇంకొక 3-4 కమాండ్స్ ఉంటాయి. గిట్ పుల్, గిట్ చెక్అవుట్, గిట్ -b ఇలా ఉంటాయి అంతే. లెంతీ ఆఫ్ కోడ్ ఏముండదు, లైన్ గా ఏముండదు, సింపుల్ కమాండ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఈ 5 కమాండ్స్ బై హ్యాట్ చేయండి, ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. సో ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ లో డెఫినెట్ గా గిట్ హబ్ మీద ఒక 3-4 క్వశ్చన్స్ లేకుండా ఉండదు మీకు. So that's it for today. I need to kick off here. So tomorrow, same thing. We'll take one application, Java, Python or PHP, whatever we have available offered by Google. Then tomorrow we can start deployments by using of App Engine. Once it's deployed, then host wise ga ela chestaro chuddam. Once it's there, దెన్ దాన్ని మానిటరింగ్ ఎలా చేస్తామో చూస్తాం. అప్లికేషన్ని ఎన్ని రిక్వెస్ట్లు వచ్చాయి, ఎన్ని రెస్పాన్స్ వచ్చాయి, ఎన్ని ఫెయిల్యూర్ అయ్యాయి, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఎండ్ టు ఎండ్ ఒక అప్లికేషన్ని ఫ్రమ్ స్క్రాచ్ నుంచి ఫ్రమ్ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ దాకా టుమారో ఐ విల్ షో ఇట్ యువర్. So that's it for today. I will be here for 9:05 till 9:05. Anybody have any questions, just let me know. I will try to clarify with you. Otherwise, we can wrap up for today.
Hi, I just have a small question.
Yeah, yes, please.
So from the GitHub interface, whatever
Yeah.
we can access, we can
Yeah.
also access from this particular command center, which I'm seeing on the screen right now.
Yeah, you can access. Sorry, you can use across anywhere.
Okay. Only after running those commands from transferring from there to here.
Yeah.
After that only.
Yes, yes. Git clone across the world, you can use the same command. Git space clone space endpoint will change according to your requirement. So here నేను మీకు ఈ ఎండ్ పాయింట్ తీసుకున్నాను కదా ఇక్కడ, రైట్? సో మీకు లైవ్ ప్రొవైడ్ లో చేసేటప్పుడు ఈ ఎండ్ పాయింట్ మీకు చేంజ్ అవుతుంది ఖచ్చితంగా. మీ కస్టమర్ ప్రొవైడ్స్ ఉంటాయి, రైట్? ఇది ఒక్కడే చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. గిట్ స్పేస్ క్లోన్ ఈస్ ద సేమ్, ఎండ్ పాయింట్ విల్ చేంజ్, దెన్ యూ కెన్ క్లోన్ యువర్ కస్టమర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్. అండ్ రేపు చెప్పబోయే 4-5 కమాండ్స్ కూడా ఇట్స్ సేమ్, ఇట్ వోంట్ చేంజ్ అక్రాస్ ద గ్లోబల్, అక్రాస్ ద వరల్డ్. సో వన్స్ గిట్ కమాండ్ రేపు ఫస్ట్ 15 minutes లో గిట్ కమాండ్స్ నేను క్లోజ్ చేశాక రెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద 45 minutes 45 or 1 hour ఐ విల్ డూ 1 డిప్లాయ్మెంట్స్. సో మీకు రియల్లీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ గా వస్తుంది, బికాస్ ఒక అప్లికేషన్ మీరు రేపు కూడా లైవ్ లో ఎలా డిప్లాయ్ చేయడం అనేది ఇట్స్ మోర్ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ అకార్డింగ్ టు మీ. సో లెట్స్ సీ హౌ విల్ గో ద థింగ్స్. అండ్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి సేమ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ మనం క్యూబర్నెటిక్స్ లో కూడా డిప్లాయ్ చేస్తాం ఫ్యూచర్ లో, అండ్ విఎమ్స్ లో కూడా డిప్లాయ్ చేస్తాం. మనం 3 చూపిస్తాను, బికాస్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, రైట్? సో
Please send me yesterday recorded videos.
Sorry?
Record sessions yesterday. I'm not getting recorded videos today also.
Oh,
For
fine.
practice purpose, okay. Thank you.
No problem. For yesterday I forgot. That's my delay, not by Shankar. Today I will upload yesterday's and today's what is training session. Then Shankar will share it with you. Okay guys, and have a nice day and have a nice weekend. Enjoy your parties. We'll, of course, tomorrow also we have class, because Wednesday there was no class, right? Because of my emergency with my office work. So tomorrow also we have a class. Sunday is holiday. Okay. Tomorrow also same time. Great, and thank you, and enjoy your parties. Bye bye.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.